guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the return of the bench character series. Before we get into that, I really want to wish on Kazua's banner. The past 2 times he has been on the current banners, I've lost. So yeah, so I'm really hoping to get in this time. I do have a guaranteed and my wishes are at like 35 pity, so I'm hoping he comes early, but I have some time to hopefully get him. I would like Neuvillette as well, but I've wanted Kazuha for a very long time and he's versatile on teams in general, so I think I'm just gonna go with the character I've really wanted for a year and a half, nearly 2 years now. Okay, purple, it's fine. Hopefully something interesting. Skip it. Barbara! Great. Sayu, okay. Oh. Barbara again. Ooh, I can actually get 5 and I can get only 1 there. Okay, so we've got 6 more. Okay, things could happen within these 6 wishes. Okay, unfortunately I got nothing. But let's get on with today's video. Okay, these are our characters for this batch of the Bench Character series. You might be wondering, I've never seen you use Shenhe or Neuvillette or Ito, but let me remind you, I do have an alt account. So, you might be a little concerned why is Neuvillette on this spinner, because he's a great character. Not saying the others aren't, but Neuvillette especially. So I got Neuvillette when he first came out during the Fontaine event, that whole thing. And I've yet to build him. I think he's sitting on level 50. I just wanted to clarify this in case you were concerned as to why Neuvillette is benched. But the rest of these characters, I think they have great potential. Keqing in particular, I was very excited about her when I first started playing Genshin. But I was a little disappointed with her how she is as a character. I really thought she was gonna be like one of my favorites, but I didn't know how to build characters then. However, I have a bit more knowledge now. I'm not saying I'm like all knowledgeable, but I think I can build a decent character. Prior to that, I had no idea what artifact sets were and what I should actually be doing. So yeah, the rest I'm really interested in generally. I think they are great. Xingqiu especially, I have him at C6 and I think he can be super strong and useful on a team. Dia, someone recommended that I build Dia, and I don't mind that. I'm also interested in her personally, so yeah, let's spin and see who we will be building first. Okay, we're starting out with a 4-star and we are building Xingqiu.
Ice cream? 早上好，中国！现在我要冰淇淋，我喜欢冰淇淋。
Alright, let's look at Xingqiu. Xingqiu is one of those characters I've had for a very long time since I started playing the game. I got into C6 ages ago, I think nearing 2 years, and I started to build him. And then, like many characters, I just lost interest and stopped building him. But I find Xingqiu is a very useful character to have on team since he's super versatile and his elemental skill is, or is it skill of the burst? Either or, it's very useful in terms of damage and he's a great sub DPS. He has a double S rating. Anyway guys, I see I've, left a chest here, but we'll worry about that some other time. Let's have a look at Xingqiu's build currently. So consulting a guide, he of course should have the emblem of Severed Fate. I do have it, but not currently equipped on him. He's one of those characters I swapped artifacts out for, as one does. So he's got a very mixed match build on him currently. But looking at his stats, he has a fairly decent amount of attack right now. His crit rate and crit damage ratio is not equal, so it's not a 1-to-2 basis. Considering his energy recharge is not great, but you know, I could perhaps get it up higher. I just need to consult a guide if he needs energy recharge, but from my understanding I think he does. Concerning weapon, I put this one on him that we got during, I think, Kazua's story, not story, but a quest involving Kazuha, if my memory serves me correct. Artifacts, I have a 2-piece set of Gladiator's Finale on him, but we will definitely get the required Emblem of Severed Fate. So I do have his flower. It's not a bad one, in all honesty. It has a good amount of crit rate and crit damage, but I think we could perhaps do better. Okay, his flower. I don't know if it's not his flower, his plume. I don't know if it's even worth us looking at it since we're not going to keep it, but I'll just show you for a before and after. Okay. Constellation, I have him at C6 as I mentioned. Talents, yeah. While I have him at C6, it does give him a 3 more talent upgrades. So in all honesty, if they weren't there, it would be much lower, which I appreciate the constellation benefits. I'll try get him up to 11 at least. But yeah, that's my Xingqiu. And let's head into the before showcase. We've returned to our good and faithful friend Masanori. So let's see what Xingqiu can do by himself, and thereafter we will do the before team showcase. Okay, let's just do his normal attack first. So we're not really seeing high digits there, but to be fair, I haven't really leveled up his talent. Yeah, but normal attack is like, in terms of characters, we're more concerned about the burst and the skill, but let's go with his skill. And let's, go with burst. And we're just gonna smack him and see if we see. Okay, we're seeing some 3k. Not bad, not bad. Okay, sorry. I killed Xingqiu. Let's resurrect him and do Bennett's little heal quickly. So we're not gonna attack him on Bennett's thing. So come here, Masanori, if you wish. Oh, 9k, nice. That might have been Bennett's buff, I'm not sure. But I'll still take it into consideration. But yeah, I think we've got a feel for Xingqiu's solo, so let's move on to the team. We're here by the Jade Plume Terror Shrew. That's the first time I've ever said that out aloud. But the team I've chosen for us is the Raiden national team. Xingqiu would perform as a sub DPS in this team, along with Zhangling, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what they can do all together. I have the rotation sheet in front of me, so I'll try my best to stick to it. I've used this team before, but I don't think properly because I've got a rotation sheet now. So let's see how Xingqiu performs in this team. Xingqiu burst. Bennett burst. And skill. Zhangling, okay. Burst skill. Xingqiu skill. Raiden burst. Okay. This is powerful. Okay. I am so impressed right now. I didn't even really look at how he even performed, but I assume he did super well. I'm not gonna collect this reward actually. We need to save our resin for Xingqiu. That was so quick. So yeah, let's get into building Xingqiu, I guess. Alright, of course we're going to start with the boss and get up to 20 boss drops. I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with the rotation of the Raiden national team with Xingqiu in it. Him with like a random build is very impressive. So I'm sure he will perform even better once we actually build him. And I'm going to try my best to get all the recommended stats and whatnot on the artifacts. But we'll chat more about that later once we get Xingqiu up to level 19.
Bruh.
Okay guys, we've finished leveling up Xingqiu. So that is one thing of our list of things to do. The next thing I think we should do is artifacts. So let's head on over to the domain and see what we can get him. Okay, I farmed for a little while, so let me show you what I've got. For Xingqiu, I changed his weapon back to the sacrificial sword. I briefly gave it to Farina since I don't have a weapon yet for her. So this is his best weapon for him as a sub DPS, so it is at R5, we have no work to do there. Let's move on to artifacts. For his flower, I managed to get this one. I think it's a great piece. Previously we had that one equipped, but his substats are way better, so hopefully it goes in the right direction. I'm hoping for crit rate mainly, so we can improve the stats there. Then for his plume, I have... oh, I got this one, also amazing substats. I really hope it goes into crit rate. Well, not all of it obviously, but good majority. I don't know, I prefer the HP percentage, HP substat more than the defense. So I think I'll just stick with it instead of putting artifacts into the other one. The goblet, I've yet to find a hydro damage piece. I'm hoping to get one more emblem of severed fate. So these, the goblet or the circlet, doesn't really matter as long as there is another piece there. Sorry, I was struggling for words. So we have yet to get a good hydro damage bonus piece. And the same here, I wasn't able to find a crit rate piece for him. But I think it's a great start, or we've made great progress with his artifacts already. Yeah, I think we can move on to talents because I do have quite a few books available. So I'm just going to ignore his normal attack, and we're just going to focus on leveling these two. I think I can only level his skill for now, because I see I don't have... I haven't made the stuff there, but I will. So let's just quickly level this up until we can't. Okay, well, we could only level it up once. So let me see if I'm able to make a Tale of Boris. Yeah, Boreas? However you pronounce that. Let's do that quickly.
Very nice.
I managed to get quite a few Tales of Boreas or Boris. We still haven't decided on his name, but I'm gonna call him Boris. Let me just refer to this so I don't do the wrong thing. Okay. Okay, I think I will do... Let's do his burst, because I think that's a lot more useful. And yeah, if I can get more gold books, I will obviously level it up. But I'm gonna leave his talents there for now. We did manage to get it to 11. Just see when it's available. Okay. It's only available tomorrow when I'm recording this, so we can farm these books then. And yeah, let me try and see if I can't get Xingqiu's last 2 artifacts. Let's get on with that.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, we've made some progress with Xingqiu, so let's chat about him for the final time. Okay, let's look at his stats. So I wanted to get a higher crit rate versus crit damage ratio. I always try to keep it at 75 over 150. I feel like that's a normal standard for crit rate and crit damage. He has a decent amount of energy recharge, and he has some hydro damage. We stuck with the sacrificial sword, and let's chat about this. So, I originally wanted a full piece of Emblem of Severed Fate. However, I felt like Xingqiu was struggling due to a low amount of attack, so I decided to opt for a 2-piece set with an attack percentage bonus. So that's exactly what I did. Before I receive comments about this being a poor decision, this is what works for me for Xingqiu. I'd always appreciate your comments, but let me explain my reasoning here. So, I just feel like this is the best build for him, for my teams. He might feel differently, and that's totally fine. So, let's look at his artifacts. For Xingqiu's flower, we ended up with this one. I think it's a good artifact, not outstanding, but it has the stats I'm looking for. His plume, we remained with the Emblem of Severed Fate. His sands, also unchanged. His goblet, I managed to find a decent one on a random artifact, but it doesn't affect any of the set bonuses. Then, I think it's a great one. Look, the amount of crit damage percentage it has, I think it's fantastic. So I was stuck with it, or rather changed to it. So yeah, that's my Xingqiu build. I was consulting a few guides, and since I have him at C6, and the fact that I have him equipped with a sacrificial sword, the need for energy recharge drops significantly. If you don't equip Xingqiu with the sacrificial sword, then obviously you'll need 210% and higher for his energy recharge, since his burst really drains it, and you really need a lot of energy recharge when it comes to his burst. But since I do have both of those things, the need for me to have such a high amount of energy recharge decreases. So that also explains my choices for the artifact sets. We still get an injury charge buff or bonus due to the 2-piece, so I think it's perfectly fine. And then talents I have not touched. I really want to get more of these books. It's available today. However, I've already used up all my resin and I don't have any other resin available to me. So unfortunately, we'll just have to leave his his talents there for now. That's my Xingqiu. I think I'm pretty much satisfied with my build. His attack is a little lower than what it was before, however, he wasn't bold. So yeah, let's move on to the damage showcases. Alright guys, we're here at Masanori once again, so let's get this started. Okay, we're looking at normal attack, even though it's not really important with Xingqiu, so let's go to his skill. 10k, nice! Just waiting for him to stop his nonsense. And yep, let's look at his burst. Skill 1 last time. Okay. And we can do his burst once more. Okay guys, I feel like we've gotten a good feel for his solo, and let's move on to our teams. We're back at the terrace room for our team showcase. I stuck with the Raiden national team because I feel it's a really easy team to control in terms of its rotation. So let's see how it performs this time around. Raiden's skill, Xingqiu burst. Now Raiden burst. Okay guys, once again that was very quick. This team is super strong. So of course I will give you the stats at the end if you're looking for more of an in-depth comparison. But yep, I just spawned away quickly, so we're in a prettier area to end off this video. But thank you guys for joining me on building Xingqiu. He has been benched for quite some time. I am very happy to have finally built him properly because I feel he's a useful asset on many teams, especially since now that I have Kazuha. It makes me super happy to think of the possibilities now that I have these characters. Anyways guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe, it helps a lot. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye friends!